Hello, this is Mark from My Keys to Music. Thanks for joining me on this video. Today we are talking about the concept of keyboard karaoke, which is a phrase I've coined to remove the keyboard parts, or more specifically, the instrumentation from one of your favorite songs. That's what it is. Now, we're all familiar with what traditional karaoke is. It's the notion of removing the vocals from a particular famous song, leaving behind the background vocals, the instrumentation, the drums, and so forth. You pull up a microphone and sing along with your favorite artist. You provide the vocal experience, your interpretation, your fun. Maybe you feel like a star, or maybe you become a star. But either way, these backing tracks are significant and important. It's been around for years and it's extremely popular. So why can't we do that for instrumentalists like guitar players or keyboard players? Why can't we remove the music and just leave back the drums and the vocals? Well, here in 2021, I'm here to tell you that for the most part, you can. Is it easy? Not necessarily. Does it require some technical skills? Definitely. Does it require some third-party software? Definitely. Is it something I recommend? Possibly. It depends on how ambitious you are and how important this is to you. All right, so that's what it is. Why would you want it? So as an instrumentalist, or more specifically a keyboard player, you may find yourself in a cover band. And there's two things you have to struggle with as a keyboard player in a cover band. Number one, getting the original sounds as close to authentic as you can. That's one challenge. The second challenge is actually performing it in a way that pulls it off, that makes the sound like the original. After all, you are in a cover band and your job is to do your very best to imitate the sound as close to the original as possible. That's the whole idea of a cover band. So those are two big challenges. So what keyboard karaoke allows you to do is allows you to hear your own sounds specifically and your own performance as you interpret it. That way you know how well a job you are doing. If you play along with the original recording, the original keyboard parts get in the way, in a sense. I mean, yes, you need that to learn the song, but you don't necessarily want it when it's time to show what you are able to do, both sonically and from a performance standpoint. So that's the why. So now you know the what and the why. The how. So I've spent hours and hours and literally months trying to figure out the best way to do keyboard karaoke, and I have a method that does work for the most part. Is it the best way? Is it the only way? No, and no, not necessarily. I think this will evolve as my skills evolve and as people come to me with more suggestions and ideas. But what I'd like to do now is demonstrate a song called A Little Respect from Erasure. It will demonstrate what the idea is behind keyboard karaoke. We'll be using the Nord Wave 2 as the performance synthesizer to get the keyboard parts done. What you'll hear is the original drums and the original vocals. Everything else is coming from the Nord Wave 2 in real time, played live. I've taken this particular tune a step further because it requires a pattern arpeggiator, at least my interpretation of it does. Now, in order to get away with playing an arpeggiator against a real track, you have to be in sync because arpeggiators demand that they work against a clock or a certain tempo. Well, it's nearly impossible to dial that in to an original recording, like magic. You can't. So I'm using software to synchronize the music into the keyboard, driving the arpeggiator tempo so that it stays perfectly in tune and in time with the original recording. I hope you enjoy it.